I, like you, have been watching this geoengineering going on right before our very eyes. And like you, getting rather concerned about the whole thing. I've been researching this for so many years, and of course, observing with my very eyes what's going on in our skies. I, like many others around the world, have been posting these pictures of the weird clouds and the aerosols and the results of what we are seeing as a direct consequence of geoengineering. And we're also learning about weather warfare and the fact that there are interests in the world who want to control this weather, and they're doing it. The problem is there's no coordination. It's a virtual shit show up there. Everybody pursuing their own objectives. Yet many of those objectives are chemically induced, as are the chemtrails or the aerosol sprays that we are seeing in the sky. Those lingering lines that won't go away. Now, we saw a huge escalation in 2015 and again 2017, 18. It seems every year the levels of aerosols go up. And this is with the introduction of solar radiation management. Yet another level that we're not being informed. I find it absolutely, it's just about comical. Now, here's where I see the problems. Marketing, number one. I'm in marketing. And right now, what I see are forums and people sharing the same information continually. What I noticed when I first got really active, and of course I've been active, but more to myself, figuring it out, learning, reading. But 2 months ago, I decided to go hard. And right away, I got a lot of friend requests from people who wanted to be my friend. And I noticed that whenever I would post something and somebody started spamming me with memes, the conversation would stop. It would not go forward. And I saw this trend in my feed, and it brought me back to the days of marketing hemp, right at the beginning, like 1996, where hemp was perceivably dirty, and it really turned off women. And of course, in the whole geoengineering and New World Order and all of these crowds of forward thinkers, we're also being pushed away in some regard with, again, the memes. The memes are very forceful and, again, don't appeal to the women's sense of conversation. So what I started to do is when I saw somebody spamming memes on my feed, I would hide those. I would leave one from them, the one I thought was most relevant and helpful to the cause, and I would delete the others. Well, not delete them, hide them. And then the conversation would continue. So interesting. It's all public perception. My second thing that I see a lot of is the fact that, well, the conversation just goes nowhere. It's kind of like an alcoholic. The continual blah, 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 and no action. And it's been pretty clear to me that there's no one taking the lead here. There's a lot of leaders, but no specified goal at all. And I think that that's something that we should be addressing at this particular juncture, that we can't just keep yapping and bitching and complaining about what we see and not doing anything. So what do we do? There lies the big question. So I want people to actually start telling me what they've been doing in their area. And if you can give us some insight as to how to move forward here, that would be great. Because I think rather than spinning our wheels like we are, we need some concrete organization. And I'm getting the feeling that there are a few supposed leaders that are just sort of there to gatekeep. That's my perception. Call me wrong, call me crazy, but I'd like to see some leadership. And if no one wants to take the lead, then it comes to a point where the conversation just has to end because it's fruitless. Tell me what you think. I'm really curious.